Hey, my name is Jamie Arndt, and in today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to get some iconic double stop guitar licks into your playing. Double stops are a great way to break you out of your normal rhythm guitar playing habit of just strumming chords. They also make great fills, and they make great enhancements to your lead solo lines as well. So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at double stop lines inspired by players like Steve Cropper, Curtis Mayfield, Jimi Hendrix, John Mayer, and Danny Gatton. So what's a double stop? Well, a double stop on a stringed instrument like a violin, a cello, or a guitar is when we play two notes at the same time. So let's check out the first example. All right, we're in the key of G. This is inspired by the great Steve Cropper. So all I'm doing is playing the third, the second, and the root of the scale, but we're actually harmonizing that in the interval of sixths. So I'm playing my third finger on the 7th fret, 3rd string, my pinky on the 7th fret, 1st string. Then I'm moving that same shape down a whole step or down 2 frets. And then I'm going to go to a different shape here. I'm going to play the B with my first finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And with my first finger, I'm going to play the root, the G, on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And this is just like a G chord, but I'm just picking out these two notes right out of the chord. So we're going to play. It's like a little harmonized walk down of the scale. But then to make it a little more interesting, we can slide. Makes it sound a little more expressive. And for this, I'm using hybrid picking. You could use your fingers. I'm using my pick on the 3rd string and my 3rd finger on the 1st string. You can also separate the notes from this pattern, but still let that top note ring. All right, here's a classic R&B double stop lick. We're in the key of C, and we're just going to do a bar from the 10th fret to the 8th fret, and do a little slide from 8 to 10, and then back down. I'm only picking this once. And in the key of C, this is giving me the 9th to the root on top, and the 6th to the 5th on the 2nd string. And then we're going to take that same shape and move it down to the 3rd and 5th fret. So when we move it down here, we get the 6th to the 5 in terms of scale degrees, and the 3rd to the 2nd, or 9th. So it's a great little fill if you're playing over a C major chord. You can also do this little thing, where I'm going to go up the 2nd string, and then down both. All right, here's a John Mayer inspired idea in the key of C. So I'm going to hammer on my 3rd finger from the 8th fret to the 10th fret on the 2nd string, while also playing the 1st string with that bar on the 8th fret. And then pull the 3rd finger off, and then back on. And then I'm going to take my middle finger, put it on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, that's a G, and I'm going to do a hammer on from the 7th fret to the 9th fret on the 3rd string. Give it a little vibrato to make it expressive. So it's just that, D to E, but I'm going to play that G with my middle finger, 8th fret, 2nd string at the same time. We're going to slide to a D. We're going to throw in a few single notes here. Then do a C, then do an A. Then we're going to hammer on the same idea that we started with, but an octave lower. So we're going to bar the 3rd and 4th string at the 5th fret, but hammer your 3rd finger on to the 7th fret. So we got a C on top and A, G, A at the bottom. Then we're going to move that bar to the 4th and 5th string and hammer from D to E, 5th fret to 7th fret on the 5th string, but keep that G up top. So you get something like this. Two, three, four. All right, here's a little George Benson inspired double stop example. We're just taking 2 notes on the 1st string and on the 2nd string. This is going to be in the key of G. And we're just going to slide down. So we're starting with the major 7, 14th fret, and the 5th on the 15th fret. Then we're going to slide to a B the 3rd and a D the 5th. That B is at the 12th fret, 3rd finger, 2nd string, and this D is on the 1st string, 10th fret. Then we're going to do this little cluster. This is the 3rd of the chord and the root of G major. And you'll recognize this is the first shape we started with, just down at the 7th and 8th fret. And then we're going to move this same shape to the 2nd and 3rd fret. Once again, same shape, and this is exactly where we started, but an octave lower. And if you do some slides, it sounds really nice and expressive. All right, here's a Jimi Hendrix inspired example. So this is going to be similar to that John Mayer example. Of course, John Mayer very much influenced by Jimi Hendrix. Then again, who isn't? So we're going to do that bar, 9th fret, 2nd string. And we're going to do the hammering on from 9 to 11 on the 3rd string. Then same thing, 1 set of strings lower. Then same thing, 1 set of strings lower. And then end on an E to make it an E major lick. And sometimes I'll do a little trill there. But if we end this on a C sharp, this becomes a C sharp minor chord because C sharp is the relative minor to E major. So very Jimi Hendrix, very Stevie Ray Vaughan. Let's stay in the same key of E major. Here's something using double stops that mirrors the shape of the pentatonic scale. This is something you hear players like Cory Wong do. So all I'm doing is taking this C sharp minor pentatonic scale. You could also think of it as E major pentatonic. I'm starting here on this note, on the F sharp, and I'm just going to bar with 2 fingers. So I'm just playing 2 notes of this pentatonic scale at once. Same kind of thing. I'm doing everything on the 9th fret with my 1st finger, and then on the 11th fret, I'm using my 3rd and 4th finger. Now when we get to the 3rd and 2nd string, you'll have to split that 3rd finger and 4th finger up. The 3rd finger is going to be on the 11th fret of the 3rd string. The pinky is going to be on the 12th fret of the 2nd string. And then, if you want to continue the pentatonic scale, bar on the 9th fret, 1st finger, and then here's the 3rd and 4th on the 12th fret. So you get something like this. Sounds great over an E major. Or C sharp minor. So our lick will be this. So I'm walking up to this little block here of E and G sharp, then back down. Then I'm going to hop over to the 11th fret. And then back to the 9th fret. And if you make it really staccato and use a little palm muting, it can be really funky. So we're just mirroring that pentatonic scale. You can do slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs. It's really a great sound. All right, here's another example, a little more of a country type of example. This one's over an A7 chord. We're gonna do a bar across the 5th fret, 1st and 2nd string, then a single note A, 7th fret, 4th string. Then we're gonna roll that 3rd finger over to D and F sharp, 7th fret, 2nd and 3rd string. Then back to the A. And then we're gonna take this little dyad, this little 2-note chord, kind of like a major triad, but on the 2nd and 3rd string, E flat and C, and hop it up a half step to E natural and C sharp. So it fits an A chord. Here it is slow. 3, 4. And faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for watching this lesson. I hope it was helpful. Go ahead and try these ideas all over the neck in different places. Double stops can be a great way to enhance both your lead and rhythm guitar playing. They sound great in solos. They're great as fills behind vocal lines in songs. And they also can be a great way to take your rhythm guitar and break you out of just strumming chords and give you some different ideas for playing rhythm guitar. Once again, my name is Jimi Hendrix, and I'll see you in the next lesson.